Hi guys, in this video I'll be talking about calculating the odds for or against an event. If you ever go to see horse racing, or if you look at any gambling stuff, they talk about odds a lot. Not the same thing as probability. Okay, we talk about odds, and I really struggle with this, by the way. I apologize in advance because I tend to mix and match the word probability and odds. You heard me probably stumble and say that a couple of times in the previous videos already. Probability means I'm going to compare. Okay, let's look at the formula from last time. From the first video. Probability is the number of things that actually meet my criteria versus the total number of possibilities that I have. Okay. Odds, when we say the odds in favor of an event happening, means the number of, I'm going to compare the number of outcomes that meet my criteria versus the number of outcomes that don't meet my criteria. Okay. And it's typically expressed in one of the two formats. The odds of A to B happening, so as a fraction, or as a ratio of A to B. So you're going to see a colon show up. So for instance here, okay, I have a card. I'm going to draw a card from a standard deck of 52 cards. Find the odds in favor of drawing a 10. And so if I was going to write that as a fraction, I would write it as this. What are the number of ways, the number of 10s that I have in the deck? And instead of comparing it to 52, which is the total possibilities, I'm going to compare it to the number of non-10s. Okay, so that's what we mean by the number of outcomes in A, the number of 10s, versus the number of outcomes not in A, the number of non-10s. Okay, a different fraction. If you know cards, you know that there are 4 10s in the deck, one of each suit, right? If I was doing probability would be 4 out of 52, which reduced to 1 over 13. Okay. That's not the fraction we're going to get here. The number of non-10s, I would say, okay, if I have 52 cards, 4 of them are 10s, that means that there are 52 minus 4, there are 48 non-10s. And then I go through and I reduce that fraction, and 4 over 48 reduces to 1 over 12. Okay? So we could express it like this, or we could say that there is a 1 to 12, would be the odds. So a different fraction. Note, once again, not the same thing as probability. Probability is over total outcomes, 52. Odds are compared to the non-favorable outcomes. So what are the odds against drawing a club? Okay, now this would be the negation. What we're going to do here is we're going to say, okay, non-clubs would be on top and clubs would be on the bottom. A little bit different, right? And so as we go through and we work this problem, really we have to understand that there are, let's see, 13 clubs in the deck. And so the non-clubs would be, let's see, I got to do a little math off to the side. 52 minus 13 would give me 39. 52 minus 12 is 40. So subtract one more from that, right? And so I have 39 non-clubs in the deck. And so now that reduces to 3 over 1, okay, because 13 times 3 is 39. And so I have then 3 to 1 odds, or 3 to 1 odds for a drawing against, the odds against drawing a club would be 3 to 1. So that's really how you do these kind of problems. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Just understand probability and odds don't necessarily mean the same thing, that we're not going to compare to the same value. And I think you'll be okay with this. My light's turned off. I can't get them to turn back on, so we're going to stop the video here. One more video with experimental probability in just a second.